Hello everyone, Coping Skills here. So I'm still on this Ren journey, enjoying it very much. But one of the things that was pointed out to me was that he hit 1 million subscribers and did a video, and it gives you a little bit more insight into the man, the myth, the legend that we all have come to love. So I'm gonna react to that today and see how that goes. So I'm excited to get to know a little bit more about Ren. Um, if you don't know about me, I'm a licensed mental health counselor in Florida, and pretty recently I started streaming on Twitch, which is a gaming platform. To I'm also a gamer, so to provide basically free mental health advice to people that pop into the stream, say hi, and interact with me there to try to bridge that space between mental health and gaming. So that's the concept there. But I was put on the reaction journey as well, so I'm really enjoying that. I hope you are along for the ride. Yeah, so without further ado, here we go.
I want to keep this short and sweet because I wrote something that I want to share with you. But first of all, I just want to say how grateful I am. I've reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is a flipping huge milestone. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported my music over the years, whether you're newly on board or have been here for a while. I wanted to say thank you to the YouTube reaction community who have gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys. Um, yeah, I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much for me to remember right now, so bear with me. But yeah, success.
So before we get into that, I just want to say, I mean, he definitely seems very sincere, thankful. It's cool that he shouted out the reaction community. He got there way before I started reaction, so um, um, super small channel here, but and I like the sincerity. I haven't really heard him just speak outside of at the end of High Ren when he kind of had that speaking part. Everything else has kind of been, and even that is um, part of a performance. So him just speaking to the camera and speaking to us is interesting so far. I like his speaking voice. So we'll see how it goes.
Bear with me, but yeah, success to me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me. If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me, and that makes me feel very rich. I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness. The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creations which brought me the most joy.
Before it gets into a little bit further, man, beautiful, poignant reflection on um, something so good coming out of something so bad. Um, and a few of you have mentioned in the comments below to me that his kind of phrase or quote, "Rising tide lifts all ships." Um, yeah, great quote. I've added it to my memory banks to pull out when needed. It's very apropos in certain situations, so I like that a lot. We'll continue. Don't want to talk too much about it, but I just really like the self-reflection there about his journey.
Creating art which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight. All my meals had to be restricted and blended, and I was so tired that I couldn't participate in life. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't watch films, I couldn't read. My bones constantly hurt. Even standing in the shower was excruciating and exhausting. And this went on for years, with
Mm,
no answers. Nobody could have ever convinced me during that time that my pain and suffering would be a source for something good,
mm,
because it felt insidious. Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be a certain, to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever, whether that comes from resolution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are. You won't hurt forever. You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold. It definitely conceals wisdom, and it's definitely a catalyst for filling you with empathy. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you, because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light.
Mm.
You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better. There's nothing humble about shrinking or doubting yourself because you are large. You can be ferocious and you could be magnificent. For the medical industry, who too often let people fall through the cracks, it's your duty to do better. For the people living in the light, who have either stepped out of their shadow or have never had to walk beside it, it's your responsibility to put out untainted love. Our own greed, desire to ferociously expand, and decisions rooted in self-interest can benefit ourselves in a material sense, but can be very destructive to the hive and the world around us, ultimately hurting ourselves. So we really must consider that if we're going to step into a bright future. As humans, we have an incredible potential, and it would be a shame to throw it away. So community, humanity, and changing our relationship with the natural world so it leans more towards homeostasis must be a priority number one. If you're watching this and there's a knot tied up in your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go. You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards, and the anger will pass. We have a decision in every interaction to tilt the world towards heaven or hell, towards Jannah or Jahannam, utopia or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect. Tapestries are made beautiful because of the variety in the sum of their parts. Thank you to 1 million people inside this rich tapestry for the opportunity for me to try and spread my own vision of what I believe to be good. And thank you for justifying my pain. Thank you. I love you.
Very super powerful.
And I've learned some
Super powerful. Wow. Yeah. Well, there's a calling to the medical community. I'm part of that, to do better and aim into that. We do need to do better. Too many fall through the cracks. A lot of things play into that. Probably the most predominant is not taking the time, not listening. It's kind of a turnover mentality, to get to the next patient instead of really treating the patient or client that's in front of you. And that needs to stop. And yeah, and I like what he said about those that haven't had to tread through the sludge and darkness that he's had to trudge through. It's their responsibility to give untainted love. It's very much like the Greek word for unconditional self-sacrificing love, agape, right? So it's really the same kind of concept, just pure love, no strings attached, no trade, just love, just love. So absolutely beautiful, beautiful message. It's cool that he put that out after hitting 1 million subscribers. One of the other things that I thought was really interesting about it was kind of shows the motivation behind it was when he said that there's a lot of people in the tapestry, a lot of people listen to him, but that we're giving him a chance to show us what his view of what is good is. And what I took that as is when he's creating music, when he's expressing himself, he's trying to, the overall push for him and motivation for him is to produce something that speaks to an overall good. Um, no, amazing message. I'm already impressed with the young man. So um, yeah, awesome, very cool. Thank you for recommending it. I got a lot out of it, and definitely know a little bit more about him. I believe I'm either going to react to the chapters or just watch the chapters on my own. They're pretty long, so that'd be one heck of a reaction video. We'll see how that goes. But then, yeah, I'm going to continue on this Ren journey. I've done some pretty heavy pieces recently, so probably get into a little bit more lighter fare here to come. Um, yeah, thank you very much. Um, please subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and if you'd like, catch me live on Twitch if you want to interact with me directly. If you uh, know anybody that is a gamer and uses that platform, send them my way if they're having any mental health concerns and just want a different perspective. But thank you. Appreciate it. You guys have a great day.